to be working for you. And that's what the book I keep talking about, The Wealthy Barber, is all
Wealthy
about.
Berber.
Yeah. And that's the key. So making a list, setting goals, designing your future. And that's why I keep saying, be the master of your destiny. And that's what the book I keep talking about. We got an echo now. So
Yeah, sorry about that. Go
that
ahead.
having a GPS, a goal planning system, managing it, you can't manage your time. I don't like that phrase at all. It's about managing the things that you have to do in the time that you have. That's the key. Systematic work organization. So I agree with lots of things that he says because they're very powerful. It's the things I teach, the things that do make a difference in each and every one of our lives. But we're probably not doing it. And habits is the key. I completely agree. Um, Repetition is the motive of all learning. And I'm sure our good friend Ashwad would agree. That's how you win in sports, right, buddy?
Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. The air is getting lighter. Football season is back, folks. The energy is just different. It's different. You can breathe again, right? And that is actually where I was going because so the final Monday of every month, I actually write out my goals and actually publicly talk about them. And I think it actually really is important because without that, you're just floating, and eventually you start getting in the habit of doing what somebody else wants you to do for a check. So if you don't have your goals like written down somewhere that you can get to, then you're gonna get swallowed up in somebody else's vision, and they want you doing this, they want you doing that, which is fine if you're good enough to do it. But without those goals written down somewhere, you got a big, big problem.
Awesome.
Well said. Thank you for that. And thank you for sharing the reflection. Anything else stood out to anybody? I have a zillion notes. Yeah, go ahead,
Yes,
brother.
yes. Um, attention to details. Attention to details and knowing what turns you on, what turns you off.
Mm-hmm. That was a big one. Yeah. For me, one of the big takeaways was you never know who you will meet. And you're not knowing who's in the room. And that is something where like I've kicked myself by making mistakes, by not engaging particular people in the room just because, in my opinion, they didn't seem like they're into things. And then to come to find out later on, they were the actual key person to speak to. They were the main decision maker. They just had a really low profile, but they didn't, but they were the person. So you never really know. And I bring it back to what we do within the OFC and when we make regular connections with people. Like sometimes it's like it may seem like you're just meeting or just another random person in the community, but you never know who they know. And one of the things that I was taught is like in business, it's about who you know, but it's also about who knows you. So you taking the time to introduce yourself to people, put your best foot forward, let people kind of understand you, feel you, so to speak. Then you stay within their minds, and so you have another salesperson, you have another mouthpiece for you, you have somebody else that will speak on your behalf when you're around, when you're not around. So that is huge. So that was the big one. And then like what I do regularly is ask people about their why. Why are you in business? Why are you doing what you're doing? And then he had mentioned something that what was it? Where did I put it? I have notes everywhere now. Your why gets stronger. No, as your why gets stronger, your how becomes easier. Yeah. And so the more you double down on the reason you're doing what you're doing and why you're motivated to what you're doing, it just becomes easier to do it. All right.
Completely
Did
agree.
any other reflection before we dive into our round table? All right. Oh,
I
yes, sister.
sorry. Good morning, everyone.
Grand Rising, Queen.
For me, I know I didn't hear the whole video, but for me, I've learned along the way how to read the room and how when you walk in the room, you have to walk in the room with confidence and hold your head high and with a presence, and you'll see who approaches you. And I actually just did that this past weekend at Jamaica Day. I put my foot forward and everything, and it was weird. I had a lot of people who didn't know me and knew me walked up to me, and I was doing my card, my spiel, and everything, and I got a couple of new clients. So yeah,
Yay.
just basically just learn how to read the room,
You
I love
become a
it.
how
magnet,
you carry
Elizabeth,
yourself.
a magnet.
Love it. This is good. So
Thank
I'm
you.
I'm happy to hear that, and I'm glad to hear that's working. I hope you're using your command center, Elizabeth. When you get those new business cards, take a picture of it and let the contact go right into your database. It saves you a lot of time.
That I haven't done, but I intend to do because I've been, as you know, Pharaoh, I've been quite busy,
Yes.
and I've started a new project with someone.
Hmm.
It's something that I've planted years and years and years, and it's now coming to fruition.
Nice.
It's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. All right. Well, I'm happy to hear about it, and I'm happy to hear that, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. All right. So we're gonna dive into our roundtable. So I'm gonna put on a little timer. So just reminding you guys. So this segment of our session is streamed live. So people who we are here to network, we're here to promote our businesses. So I do want to give you guys an opportunity to share. So that we have our collective here and who knows after the fact on YouTube, people will be able to watch there as well. Um, hold on, I'm setting up for timers. So we each have 90 seconds to take a moment to introduce who we are, what we do, and how we can be of service to the community. And then we give our contact info. So, hold on. I thought I just started a timer. It started and it stopped. There we go. Timer set. 90 seconds. So 1:30. And as I see on my screen, I am gonna start off. Brother Adrian Duncan, Grand Rising King.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. My name is Adrian Duncan. I'm an insurance investment broker with Xperia Financial, helping families, entrepreneurs to secure benefits while they live. And if the situation happens where they die, by teaching them how money works and be able to how to protect themselves and leave something good for the family. One tip of the day that I would like to share this morning is on the idea of mortgage insurance. Mortgage insurance is an insurance that belongs to the bank. You're a homeowner. When something happens to you, they don't want to lose their money. So they make sure that that money goes directly back to them. So it's very important that if you're going to be a homeowner, to make sure you have your own personal insurance, that you'll be able to take care of the mortgage itself and be able to leave something for the family. Very, very important note. And if you need more information about that, again, my name is Adrian Duncan, 438-402-4607, adrdunc@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hey, amazing. Thank you, Brother Adrian. I raised my hand. I had a quick question, and I did forget to mention if ever you guys hear anything that a member says, you're welcome to ask questions, engage. That is what we're here for. So mine was just quick. When you mentioned timer. When you say mortgage insurance, so like with our mortgage, like the bank give us an insurance with our mortgage. Is that what you're referring to, or you're referring to a different insurance outside of what the bank gives you?
Exactly. The rules that going along with that mortgage insurance, it's so difficult for you to receive the money for yourself that eventually all the money is going to go back to them so that they don't lose the money that they invested in you for the house. So it's
Okay.
always good to have your own investment of in individual insurance that you know that money belongs to you, and you can always put a little bit more so the family can have something if anything happens when you pass away.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, Brother Adrian. I appreciate you, and thank you for being a part of the community. And next up, Uncle Ken, Grand Rising. Thank you for being with us.
Yes, good morning. Grand rising to everybody here at the OFC. Uncle Ken back from 18 days in the Mediterranean. And I
Nice.
can tell you, it was hot. It was so hot. You looked at the amount of people that were out there in the Mediterranean. There's no recession. Oh my God, there were people spending money left, right, and center. Wow. Wouldn't you like a piece of that action? Well, the best thing to do, like John Ron said, hire a coach. Coach that helps you become, it's that springboard in your business, helps you to become a better leader, have a better business strategy, have a better business sales skills. Wow. Sell yourself. People buy you first. We have to remember that. You got to be the master of your own destiny. You got to set goals. You got to develop habits. What does a coach do? He helps you to perform better in every aspect of your business. That's what I do. Ken Ingram, KINGRAMTAC at gmail.com, 514-668-2320. It's free. A free call to me can change your life. Just ask John Ron, because that's exactly what he was trying to tell you today. Be the master of your own destiny. Grow your business intelligently.
Ken, that was amazing. Great. I have a question. Actually, it's more of a statement. Hold on, let me join you on screen here. Add my pin. So, Ken, first of all, thank you. Thank you for that. That was amazing. I want to just highlight something real quick and just really encourage everybody. If you haven't taken a moment to connect with Ken yet, it's important that you do, especially for the new phase that the OFC is going into. We're going to talk about it a little bit more once we get off the live, but I could plant the seed now. We are putting some, we're going to let's call them checks and balances in place within the community where you all as members of the community, especially our partners and affiliates, you guys are here because you want to connect with other members, you want to grow your network, and you want to grow your business. Our responsibility is to introduce you to members and is to actually introduce you to leads, potential people who can sign up to your business. Now, what we're going to start doing over the next couple of months is keeping track of all the connections that are being made. And we're going to be asking if we've introduced you to, for example, 5 to 10 leads, we're going to ask you how many of those you're able to close. Now, if after a couple of months we realize that we're sending you leads and you're not closing, and you haven't taken the time to connect with Ken, we're going to actually ask, like, is there a problem? Because if you're not closing and you're not getting the coaching that you need in order to close, then we have to really assess what's happening with the business. Is there a particular reason why you're not closing? Is there a reason you're not connecting with Ken? But we're going to have to double down because it's going to impact the whole, because we are here as a community. We're an ecosystem. So we want to be able to feed leads out to you all, for you guys to be able to serve these people. As you guys serve these people, your businesses grow. As your businesses grow, you create more jobs within the community, and our children are able to grow and to thrive. So there's a cycle. So now if, as we're doing our part in sending leads out, if you're not able to convert them and close them into sales, you cannot grow your business, you can't generate more money, therefore you can't create more jobs. And then you see where we have a problem. So I'm saying that as a precursor, just so you guys know what's coming down the line. So please, make it a point. If you haven't yet, make it a point to connect with Ken, because that's going to be one of the things we're going to be checking, is to say, okay, if you aren't making sales, have you taken the time to actually look into some coaching? And if you haven't, if you're not making sales and you're not looking into coaching, then that's that's an issue that we're going to need to address. So please get ahead of it. If you know that inside yourself you're a little apprehensive when it comes to closing sales, closing deals, please connect with Ken. He's been our business coach for years. He's been my personal business and sales coach. He's the one who I could give Ken the credit for helping me get started in sales. And it has changed my entire life experience. And so it's something that I strongly recommend to each and every person. And again, just because I know what we're preparing, what's coming down the pipeline, and I want you guys to be ready to receive it, ready to grow abundantly. So that's my little add-on to Ken's presentation. So Ken, thank you. And just a reminder to everybody. So again, if you haven't taken the time to connect with Ken, please make it a point to do so. Ken, thank
I'm
you.
a bit
And
more
welcome back.
melanated as well because I've been away. Look,
Yes, Ken. You do look a little darker. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to put you on the spot. All right, let's go, brother Azwan. The floor is yours. Please.
Well, good morning, folks. Again, the name, I'll say it nice and slowly. It's Aswan Crookshank. I am your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, former Division I college football player, and current six-time published author and educator. And what I've done, what I've created, what this whole brand, what I'm all about is taking those innovative teamwork lessons that you learn on the football field and applying them to businesses and business owners so they have a staff and or a group of employees that moves like a championship high school or youth football team. And just a note here because I want to make sure I get it out because we're live on YouTube. We are in the midst of massive layoffs at ESPN. All right, we're in the midst of massive layoffs at ESPN, and it's because everything is merit based. What ESPN has done, and regardless of how likable Ryan Clark was, regardless of how likable Cam Newton was, at the end of the day, you actually have to be good enough at the particular job. So it's not a matter of, hey, I like this person or I don't like this person. When we're talking about corporate execs and what they put out there, what they want on the screen, understanding that ESPN is going to have the Super Bowl this year, and they're just setting up there, they're kind of setting up their position to where we need to make sure the Super Bowl comes back. And that is the same with every single corporation where you, doesn't matter how liked you may be, at the end of the day, you have to be good enough to do the job. And I'll leave it at that for now, but I got a whole lot to say on that. I got a whole lot to say on that one.
My gosh, you're planting something, and you have my wheels turning here, brother Adrian. I see your hand is up. Did you have a question or a
Sure.
comment for brother Aswan?
Quick question for my last one. What team did you play for Division One?
Stony Brook University.
Okay,
Yeah, in Long Island,
thank
New
you.
York. Strong Island, baby.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I thank you for what you brought up there. And it's something that hold on, let me stop this. I am going to bring this up again when
Mhm.
we're talking later on today, because this mass layoff is a situation, like this is something that, again, in looking ahead and planning for the future, this is why the OFC we're pivoting and we're becoming a little bit more rigid in terms of what we're doing and the expectations, because you just hit two things. Hold on one second. Can you guys move? Sorry, the dogs are just trying to get into this. Yeah, two things. So in terms of the mass layoffs, that's one thing, but then
Mhm.
also in terms of your performance. And again, it's resonating with where we are right now, because we are looking at our performance as an organization. We want to hold ourselves accountable. We want you all to hold us accountable, but the same way we have to hold you guys accountable. And it is because we see what's coming down the pipeline. And if
Mhm.
we don't get a little more disciplined in terms of making sure that we're increasing our revenue, that we're structuring ourselves, we're setting ourselves up to be affected by what's coming down the pipeline.
Mhm.
But if we look ahead and we see what's coming and we brace ourselves for it, we stand together for it.
Mhm.
I'm very confident that we're not just going to survive what's coming down the pipeline. We're going to be able to thrive during those times. But it
Yes.
really takes, planning ahead and being very strategic, and that's what we're doing right now. So thank you
Right.
for bringing that up, brother Aswan.
Yep.
Very important. All right, let's keep it moving. Brother Houston. All right, hold on. Replace your pin. There you go. The floor is
Grand
yours.
Rising. Good morning, everyone. Well, it's
Right.
my first time here. My name is Houston Welch. I'm a part of the Java Logics team, and my focus is on streamlining things, um, using AI tools to help us be efficient and effective in what we do. So I'm not going to spend long on it. It's my first time here. I'm more in a listening mode.
Cool.
But if you're ever interested to find out how you can incorporate various AI tools into your workflow, into your business, increase efficiency, reduce your workload, feel free to reach out. And my email, Houston@javalogics.ca, Hughson at JAVALOGIX.ca. Have a great one.
Hey. Welcome, Brother Houston. Welcome to the community. We're glad to have you as a part of the OFC community. It is a blessing to have you and what you all do at Java Logics. And again, sorry guys, it seems like I have something to say on everybody's stuff. But look, it's just for for Houston, what I have to add, for those who do not have a CRM in place, like again, just for where we're going, we have to be able to compete. And one of the things that we see often is that we are limited by our own selves, right? So if, again, using the scenario, the OFC is sending you 5 leads a day. I'm just using an ideal scenario here. So if we're sending you that many leads, but you yourself cannot process that many leads, we're no further ahead. Now, by having a CRM, by having a command center, by having a tool in place that when you receive a contact, it's not lost. So there's a system in place that will send an email introduction that will have them respond to it that you could now engage with, so that that person that you're speaking to feels that they're being connected to, and that you're not losing the opportunity, because everything is timing as well. When you meet a person, you don't want to say, okay, I met you, and then 3 weeks later you're now calling them. You would have missed that opportunity there. So by having something like a command center, where when you connect with an individual or you receive a lead, you could actually put them into a pipeline where they could do the follow-ups. It is essential. And guys, for years I ran the OFC without one. Now that I have Houston and Preston and the JavaLogics team assisting us in it, it's a game changer. And I'll tell you guys, like, I don't necessarily have the time to set it up, and they have the skills, the time, and the expertise, so they're the ones that handle it for us. But it's a huge game changer. So please do not miss the opportunity if you haven't connected now. And just tons of different promos that you can get now as an OFC member, and because there's tons of things going on with the high level platform, I want you guys to take advantage. So please, again, if you haven't connected with Brother Houston yet, please make it a point to do so. Plus, he's new to the OFC community, so you guys, we're here for this. So make it a point, connect with him, get to know him. He's an amazing guy. And again, we welcome you, Brother Houston. Thank you for being a part of the community. All right, let's keep it moving.
Can I just add one thing?
Yes, please.
Houston, I would suggest that you change the word from interested to benefit. Much more powerful. Much more engaging to get people to look at things. Oh, interested? Maybe not. Benefit. Oh, yes, tell me more. See? Small words do matter in business.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Free coaching.
Hey, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Awesome. Thank you. All right. We have Sister Elizabeth, and then last, but far from least, will be Brother Stephen. So, Sister Elizabeth, Grand Rising Queen.
Grand Rising, everyone. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the sole owner of Eliza Mia Creations. In a nutshell version, the benefit, as Brother Ken said, I basically take your meaningful ideas and projects and I turn them into beautiful either gift baskets, handmade creations, floral displays, jewelry. I just create a moment for you to give a gift to a person. And when they receive it, it's the wow factor. I can be reached at 514-994-0274. That's my telephone number directly. You can either text me or just give me a call. If not, I can be reached at emiapatrice@gmail.com. And my company is called Eliza Mia Creations and Designs. Basically, in a nutshell, it's a design that's created with intention and made to be treasured.
Nice. Nice. Clap, clap, clap. We seem like we've been practicing our elevator pitches, guys. I'm proud of you guys. You guys are banging this up. And the gift that you make, and a reminder to everybody, especially now, there's so many funerals, unfortunately. But giving like I've had an opportunity of having Sister Elizabeth produce a couple of baskets for me for, like, I guess they're considered bereavement baskets.
Those are 2 plaques.
Yeah, and they've been really very, very well received. Like, it's just a step deeper than giving a person flowers, so to speak, because it's something that it shows that you put some thought into it, and it's a gift that, I don't want to say a gift that keeps on going in this particular case, but it's something that the family cherishes, and I've gotten a lot of really positive feedback. So thank you for that, and just so I'm just planting that seed for people. Like, it is something that you could consider even for, like, bereavement gifts. It's really touching for the people who receive them. Yes, Ken.
And I also do.
Sorry. That's really good news. Elizabeth has hired me to work with her.
Hey, amazing.
Yes.
But he went on vacation.
If you think she's great now, wait until you see in a few weeks from now.
Hey, awesome. I'm looking. So you're definitely going to need to be prepared to receive more clients, Elizabeth. So make sure you take some time. And you might be putting too much on your shoulders, trying to do too much stuff yourself. If things get too heavy with the command center, call Houston and say, look, I want to do this. I don't have time. How can you guys help me? All right, that's what they're there for. Trust me.
I definitely will. I definitely will.
Good. And you're gonna say something else, Elizabeth, before I...
I was gonna say as a part of what you said with bereavement, I actually did three floral arrangements for a friend where he took one to the church and he actually had kept one for his personal, like, for himself, and another one he gave away, and they thought it was real flowers. And I was like, no, they were silk flowers. The girl was actually like, what? She couldn't believe they were flowers. She literally went up to the flowers, like, these are, and she goes, oh my God. She couldn't believe. So I gained a little client that way.
Nice. By doing great work. Thank you so much, Miss Elizabeth, and we're glad to have you. Last but very far from least, our brother Stephen Walker, Grand Rising King. Nice having you.
Hello everyone, how you doing? So I am Stephen Walker, the muscle medic working out of Tampa Studios Kinesiotherapy. Kinesiotherapy is a therapy that is preventative in nature. It's looking at reducing restrictions in the body, muscular dysfunction, and relieving stress. But in this instance, I want you to think of your being, not just your body, but your being as a garden. If you look at any home front garden, you'll see they're always arranged really nicely. But what you'll notice is that there's no weeds because there's consistent maintenance. The way most people are approaching therapy today is we wait for the garden to get overrun by weeds and your plants are dying, there's too many vines, and then you want to react. But at that point, you have to do a lot more ripping out, a lot more work to get those weeds out. In fact, you have to disrupt the overall garden. So the reason I'm saying this is because I want you to consider that the type of therapy you should be doing, especially as entrepreneurs, you should be looking for are preventative forms of therapy. The ones that can keep you balanced, just like a CRM, just like a command center, can keep you in check. Think about your own health, your own well-being, and consider preventative forms of therapy. In fact, what I'm saying by this is seeking consultation with a kinesiotherapy or kinesiotherapist like myself or someone else who's qualified, and find out how are these things affecting me in any way, shape, or form. The right person will be able to tell you exactly what you can do to relieve certain anxieties, stress, to get back to a better posture and be more functional on your day-to-day. So you can find me at tamperstudios.com, where you could reach out through consultation. I extend my number lately, 367-998-4840. That's Tamper Studios, Muscle Medic, and you can reach me at 367-998-4840. Thank you.
And I'm assuming we can scan your QR code that is on the screen there. Dope. I love that. Hey, Sister Alice and Brother Stephen, I'm looking forward to connecting with you on a one-on-one. As an affiliate, I have a bunch of questions and some updates I want to run by you, so I'm looking forward to our one-on-one.
Can I add something in?
Oh, of course, you most definitely can. Sorry, I didn't see.
Do you remember when you first met Stephen Walker
Yes.
and he became a member of the OFC?
Yes. Well, I've known Stephen for years, but yeah.
You listen to him today, you can see the difference, right?
How polished he is, this polished young man here.
Yes.
Presenting.
Do you know why? He also hired me, by the way.
Yeah, Ken, we're proud of you on the work that you do in the community. You help to refine our skills, our presentation skills, and everything, Ken.
I'm here for everybody.
I love it.
But it's not just the course, it's also the access, Ken. I learned a lot from direct access to you and getting an understanding of like how to be or represent more polished. So you're not just offering courses, you're also offering your own personal expertise, and I think there's value in that as well. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Hey, Ken, I appreciate you. And there's something to be said. What is Jim Ron said it this morning. It's like, who do we have to become to accomplish what we want? And sometimes it's like, it's understanding the influences, being able to sit and like Stephen, you just said it. It's like being able to get additional information even outside of the course. It's a mindset shift. It's like understanding, like how you're seeing yourself in the mirror, how you engage with people makes a huge difference. And again, like the work that you're doing, Ken, in terms of just helping us to see ourselves different, helping us to engage. It's huge. And we're talking a lot about the sales aspects, but even for people who are getting started in business, just some business fundamentals that you taught me, actually my entire team when we launched our first company, I was surprised now as I'm grown, so to speak, how many people don't know just some basic fundamentals when you're launching a business, like just little things. So, on both sides, whether you're starting up your business and you want the guidance, or when you're growing your business and you need the skills to be able to sell it to, to grow and to increase more your revenue. Yeah, Ken, you are the stop. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
All right. And so Sister Allison, I'm glad you're able to join us. Hold on, replace your pin. Grand Rising, and thank you for being here.
She's on mute.
Yes.
Oh, is it my turn? Pitch.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I just want to listen.
What do you mean? You're doing amazing things. You have to let people know. Come on. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
All right, you can be brief. This is just who you are, what you do, and how you serve the community, and how we can reach you if you want more information.
Okay. So my name's Alison Williams. I have an organization set up to help Black entrepreneurial women build, grow, and sustain their business. We're focused and our foundation is built on the 3 C's: community, collaboration, and connection. And so we work with women to help them sustain their businesses through networking, connections, mentorship, and informal coaching, and getting women to speak, to support each other through building an ecosystem offline, not in front of, not a WhatsApp group, but a real community where they can connect, access the resources they need, talk to the women that who may be able to support them, and build authentic relationships, and recognizing that we don't build in isolation, we build in community. And it's a real passion for me as a Black entrepreneurial woman myself, and knowing that the shortfalls in our communities were a lack of access to other women and other resources to help us.
Go ahead. No, continue. I knew you had stuff to say. Go ahead.
You're doing great, girl. You're doing great. Your sister's here for you. Continue.
Thank you. Okay, so the Black Women Collective focus is to grow an ecosystem all over the North America so that women can feel supported and guided and mentored by other women that sound and look like them. I think that's it, really.
Yeah, I love it. And for those who are hearing you and they're like, "Ooh, this sounds interesting," how did it connect with you?
They can connect with me by reaching out to me by email, Alison@theblackwomencollective.com, or they can go on our website and take our quiz and feel to check where their business health is. And then they can set up a meeting to meet with me.
Amazing. Thank you, sister. And if you don't mind sharing that quiz in the chat when you get a moment. I see Brother Adrian, your hand is up. You have a question or a comment for sister?
Yes, a quick shout out for Sister Allison. On Facebook, I saw an ad about somebody doing the exact same thing, but not too much melanin. So just to shout out sister, that is very important niche that's happening, and just to support our sister.
Thank you for that. Good. Thank you for the encouragement, Sister Allison. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you and thank you for having your part of this. And we're glad to have you part of the community. And I'll do my quick little spiel and give you guys the updates and what's going on. I replace pin. Okay, so I am the founder and the director of the One Full Circle OFC community, where we are here to build community, but in the literal sense, where we take time to actually get to know each other, to look out for each other, to look out for our businesses, our families, as well as our children. Our goal is to help each other to generate more money as business owners and to live our best lives as individuals. And as we grow economically a community, we build our financial foundation, which is what's required to support our future generations. So that is our whole purpose. That is our why. It's to bring together like-minded people who see the value in taking the time to get to know each other and who want to leverage the relationships that we have with each other in order to build a more solid world, build a more solid community, build a more solid household, and just to build ourselves as individuals. So we have tons of different initiatives that we do within the community, but our strength is really creating connections and sending leads, following up and setting a certain standard of excellence within our community. So if you or anybody that you know can benefit from this type of relationship building, please invite them, send them to the OFC, invite them to one of our weeklies. It is our pleasure to be able to serve them. All right, so and how to reach us, 514-651-4545, or you can send us an email at support@ofccommunity.com or check out our website, ofccommunity.com. Awesome, within time. All right, guys, so we're going to now stop the live so we could get into the business in terms of what's going on internally. For those who have been watching us live, we thank you and we appreciate you.